Alright guys, out here in FPV land, those of us who are creating content for these channels are a little taken back by some of the YouTube's terms of service changes in regards to COPPA compliance. So, let's hop straight into this. COPPA is an acronym, COPPA, that stands for the Child Online Privacy and Protection Act. And I'm just going to keep it really paraphrased here. What that means is that YouTube, or any online entity, is not allowed to collect data about any minor under the age of 13 without explicit and verifiable parental consent. What does this mean? If you are going to the park and you have your camera running and there's a bunch of kids running around in the background and some of them are under the age of 13 and the parents have not given you express permission, or you will not be able to find them in order to prove that they did give express and explicit permission, that is a problem, and we will address that in a minute. However, if there are no kids in your videos, or if they are your kids in your videos, and you're okay with that, obviously, right? Then you have nothing, and I mean nothing, to worry about. So first things first, on to that thing about other people's kids and your kids. Understand that as a channel, as an entirety, you can flag your channel as either made for kids or not made for kids. Okay? Now, we're not done, because on a video by video basis, you can also set each video to be flagged as made for kids or not made for kids. So here's how this plays. If the majority of your videos are in an empty field or an empty park or somewhere where you don't have a bunch of people, around you, and you don't have to worry about who's in the shot and what they're doing, that the safe route is to flag your channel as not made for kids. And if and when you run into a situation where this could come into play, not your kids, not getting permission, can't be verified later, then what you can do on an individual video is set it as to made for kids or not made for kids. Okay, so this isn't all or none, because even at the end of this, intent comes into play. And what it amounts to, let's really think about what YouTube's doing here. They got in trouble for collecting data about kids that were under 13 years of age, in the sense that they could not verify that that these kids' parents would give consent to the data being collected. Now, let's say that one of your videos does come into play, okay? And let's talk about some of the mechanics in play here. Now, YouTube is writing some software that's going to be able to go through and determine if a video hasn't been flagged, how should it be flagged? Because they can't just leave all these videos in a wishy-washy in-between state. So in order to help combat this and get their starting place, if you don't go through and as a whole set your channel and or every video under it to one of those settings, safe for kids or not safe for kids, YouTube will do it for you. If you go through and you set your channel and or videos as safe for kids or not safe for kids, and then the title and or the description and or the keywords are, as it turns out, misleading, and you have that content flagged as not safe for kids, but the titles are pulling in kids and the description is pulling in kids and the keywords are pulling in kids, you could face up to a $42,000 fine per title, per piece of published content that breaks the rules. Now, here and there, is a video going to incorrectly get flagged? Absolutely. Is YouTube setting out on a crusade to just make examples of people? No. But if you're one of those people that very blatantly decided that you were going to ignore these policies and that you were going to intentionally try to circumvent this system because of its repercussions on the channel, we'll get to that in just a minute, then they will most likely fine you accordingly. Now, part of how YouTube decides to serve ads is by collecting data about the watchers, where you are, what age you are, what sex you are, what is your demographic in regards to anything they can find on you, right? And the data that you can dig up just through, GeoIP data, just through, some of the cookies and things that are available on your computer, which I'm not even going to get into the internet security and implications of some of that, okay? But just the information that is available to you that you filled out, whether you are aware or not, drives the ads that are displayed in the videos that you watch, as well as the videos that are served that your viewers are watching. YouTube's using all that data about them in order to serve them videos. Well, in order to do that, they have to collect that data. And that's where the problem lied. So if you flag your channel and or any of your videos as kid safe or kid friendly, that data is not going to be collected, and you are going to give up at least some ad revenue that could be displayed on that channel if you are monetized. If it's not your goal to be monetized and display ads on your videos, it still is a big deal, because YouTube will still collect that data even if you are not going to use it, even if you are not going to allow them to use it, because it is their platform and they are allowed to do whatever they want with what they collect through it. So I think that you guys get the idea enough of where that stands and where everything's going. It's just that, in my circles, in my private circles, I've been having this discussion a lot, and there are people putting out videos with intentionally misleading or just misleading information, or just outright wrong information, and some of these channels are intentionally serving it just to start a literal crap storm. So look, if you guys have any opinions on this matter, throw them in the comments. If you have any questions about this matter, throw it into the comments. If you have any feedback whatsoever about this terms of service change, about the way it affects ad revenue, about how it could affect yours or your channel's standing, any of that, please feel free to put it in there. I have read these for myself as well as COPPA, and I feel that I know exactly what's going on. I'm not out there watching other channels and things. I just know through the things that other people are telling me that there's a problem spreading on YouTube right now, and that is the misinformation surrounding this change. And it needs to stop. They're doing it for clickbait. They're doing it for their own reasons. I'm not even going to get into it. But I have read these things for myself. This is the way I have interpreted them. This is my understanding, and these are very clear, okay? So we can decide to talk about these at any length in the comments. Leave me a like or a dislike, subscribe, check out the other content. I have both product reviews and things, as well as just flight music videos. I even have some raw flight videos where you can hear all the throttle movements and positions, and all the sticks and branches being whacked, and the leaves being shredded. So, happy crashing.